Hey air signs, welcome back to my channel. This is Jen with Lighthouse Oracle bringing you another energy forecast reading. This time it's going to be for the next 7 days from whenever you decide to watch the video, which means that this is a timeless reading. And that's right. Whenever you click on it from the 7 days afterwards, that's what this message is for. I wanted to change the format and, switch it up a little bit. This was the intention that came up while I was meditating, so here we go, right? This is for all of my air signs, whether you are a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. So we're going to get started with the tarot cards first to give me an idea of what the incoming energy for the next 7 days looks like. We're going to follow with oracle cards for additional messages and advice, and closing with charms. So let's go ahead and get started. All the decks that I use in the readings can be found in the description box down below. And please note this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what does not. So we have, starting with Judgment and the Three of Wands. I have this new necklace with a little evil eye for protection, a little dangly. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Moon. Let's see, which way do you want to? Which way do you want to be? So, yep, let's do it straight up like that. We're gonna pull 7 cards, 1 for each day. Let's see what comes up. 3 more cards for the incoming energy for air signs. I realized that while I was filming the previous ones that it just kind of felt so limited because, once the week is up, then it kind of expires. And, I want my videos to reach, because I feel like even with my previous I don't remember them, but I know that it's like good advice. Oops, a bunch of cards fell on the floor. We're going to take the ones that came up right, which is this one. Just the one, so we still have 2 more to go. But yeah, I felt like I wanted these readings to be timeless so that, when the algorithm hits, the right people will come to it at the right time. And so it doesn't feel like, oh, there's a restriction or there's an expiration date to good messages, right? To needed advice. And of course, that's based on when the person decides to click on a reading and decides to watch it. It's all its own synchronicity that I want to be a part of. So we'll draw 1 more. 7. So this is a bit different. It's so funny because I got very similar cards for the first. Oh, look at that. Well, the Chariot came in reverse, but the Chariot did come out in the last reading, in the Earth sign reading. Just a little behind the scenes knowledge when I decide to do my readings for the zodiac signs. I just draw a bag of, like a whole bag of charms and of these zodiac charms, and whichever comes first is like the first one, and then if I get and then it just continues until all 4 are covered. So that's why. But I started with earth, fire, water, and earth, and they had very, very similar messages. Here is a bit different, but there are similarities. We had the Moon and the Chariot in the last one too, and the Judgment in the fire sign reading. So if you have earth or fire in your chart, I would recommend taking a look at those readings. There may be something additional that I don't note here that may resonate. So we have the Judgment card, we have the 3 of Wands, the 10 of Wands, the Moon, the Fool, the 7 of Cups, and the Chariot in reverse. So the beginning of this week is very similar to the other readings in that there is a need, like you're getting a call to action, like a call to put something into movement, whether it's, forcing a plan ahead or, you know, finding a way to handle all the stressors, all this like overwhelming energy that's happening in your current state, or that will come up in the 7-day period. The Judgment card is also ruled by fire, so more of that fiery energy. And I feel like you may be feeling a bit burnt out. Judgment is also talks a lot about like Judgment Day, so say like an evaluation of your journey so far and the things that you need to plan for in advance, like for the next phase of your journey, as well as those things that that you're taking too much on, like you're taking on too much of. There we go. Following with the moon, and so I feel like the witch here is like escaping. It's like going the opposite direction of all this energy. So I feel like you're being called sometimes in the middle of the week to like change how you do things, because after the moon is the full. So we're starting anew, and I feel like she's like the same person. She's just like at this cliff. She feels free. She's put down all this weight. She's changing direction, and because of that, there's so many options coming up for you towards the end of the week. But it also may be so many options to the point where you feel stuck and you're not sure what decision to make. I'm getting that, you know, when you're at a restaurant and the menu is just so much that you're like flipping through all the pages, and I'm getting if you have a Cheesecake Factory in your area, I'm getting like that menu, that book of a menu where there's so much stuff that you almost don't even have time. By the time they ask you if you're ready to order, you haven't even finished like the first 2 pages. And so that can feel very overwhelming. So during this week, I definitely see a bit of, it's like you're letting something down, but you also may be so open to where there's a bit of it's stuck energy in 2 different flavors, 2 flavors of stuck. So I feel like that's something to watch out for the next 7 days, is to, you know, while it is a good idea to kind of separate out this overwhelming feeling, so there's like, you know, you kind of split up all that energy so it doesn't feel so heavy and like all at once. So it's like taking off several projects throughout a course or a period, so it doesn't feel like it's so burdening. But also when you're in this new energy coming in, to really look for the things that you desire and look for what it is that speaks to you the most. There are all these options, but there's a reason why you let this down in the first place. What is the stuff here that may pop up or as a pattern in these options that you don't want a part of? And that can be like your elimination process and on where you want to go for next. So that's what I'm seeing for this. Wow, lots of options. I feel like it's like you're clearing up a lot of space, and it may be even spring cleaning, you know, like when you're really doing that deep spring cleaning, and you clean out your closet, you clean out, you know, all that junk that was just kind of sitting there, and you really kind of dig deep and you're like, okay, I really don't need this. You clear up so much space. And so then you're like, oh my gosh, what am I going to fill it with? And I feel like it's really that, does it bring you joy, right? That idea that, does it spark joy? If not, then don't purchase it. Don't just fill up space to fill up space. And that goes for not only just like materially, but just mentally, emotionally, right? We don't want to just fill the void for the sake of filling the void. We want to fill our energy, fill our cup with things that nourish us, that make us feel empowered and free and, you know, happy and joyful. So that's what I'm getting there. Let's look into your oracle cards now from the Moonology deck, starting to get another message from Spirit. And this is also a lot of fire, water energy, because the cup, the Chariot and the cup and the moon, these 3 are all water. And then these 3 are all fire, and then a little bit of air. So definitely more of a balance of emotions and your passion. right? Your heart and your mind a bit. So we have have faith in your dreams. So that's, I mean, right, like Seven of Cups also resembles dreams, fantasies. Although it may resemble too many choices, you could also have too many fantasies and too many dreams. It's kind of like, I want to be an astronaut and a unicorn and a submarine diver, and I want to own a $10 million mansion, and but at the same time, I want to live off grid. And it's kind of like, which one are you? It's like you want to live off grid, but you also want to be like super famous. So it kind of contradicts each other a little bit. And I don't even know why that's coming up. But having faith in your dreams is having faith that those dreams will form itself to something, it molds to you. So instead of, there's, of course, when you see like reality TV or, TV shows and romance movies and things that seem just so perfect and well put together, that you add that to your dream box and you're like, I want this fairy tale wedding, I want this fairy tale life, I want this fairy tale life. And it's so, but in that you can find the pattern, right? There's a pattern of the things that speak out to you the most. What is it about these romance novels and movies that speak to you? It's love, right? It's that feeling of feeling wanted, of feeling desired and cared for and cared of. And so that's, it's kind of like knocks it all down to just one scope. So yeah, I don't know why I'm like dissecting this so much, but having faith that your dreams are achievable, and as long as you can narrow them down, and you can still have faith in the movement forward and the direction you're taking, and so that you just get yourself out of this stuck situation. Because any movement is better than no movement, because even if you end up back here, you're still learning from all this experience, right? I definitely see this as a bit of a cycle, right? You're called to progress forward, to see something different, to try something new. And so when you try something new, maybe it works out actually, right? Maybe there's like so much more to the story that's coming up. And if it doesn't, you come back here and you're like, okay, well, what didn't work? Why was this so overbearing? Why do I feel overwhelmed? Why do I feel like I have too much on my plate? And then we learn from it, and then we move forward. So there's nothing wrong with that, and there's nothing wrong with having your dreams and to dream. Let's look at the Wild Offering Oracle cards. It just got really, really cloudy all of a sudden, so I think that's it's pretty interesting. I should have worn this bracelet on this side, because clicks a lot. But let's see what final message. Oh, that did not want to come out. Spirit has for air signs for the next 7 days. Compassion. Okay. So this says, as you pray each day for greater compassion, a new self is born, drawing new people and experiences. Dear Lord, help me feel ever-deepening self-acceptance. May I see myself as you see me. So having compassion for yourself on your journey and being okay with however it goes, and whatever dream you decide to focus on, you'll learn something from it. You'll either learn that you want to keep going or you don't want to keep going, and that's okay. But if you're so hard on yourself to the point where you still stay stuck, then that's not good for you either, right? And I feel like you don't want to be in that kind of a position. So that's what we have there. Let's draw out the last bit of cards before we go into the charms. I have my Fortune Tea Leaf cards in this pouch. I wanted to use the pouch instead of like shuffling them in my hands, because there's like 200 cards in here. That's a lot. And because when it came in the package, it came in 2 separate decks, and I didn't want one to feel left out. So here we are. Let's just 3 cards for air signs. Ooh, Rose. Romance is in the air. Oh, look at that, in the air. And I was just talking about love. Sun, happiness, and well-being. So look at that. Man, what are you scared of? Then we have Club. Ooh, someone will try to make you do something against your will. So yeah, boundaries, not barriers, is the first thing that comes to mind. And I say this over and over and over again. But welcoming this sun, happiness, and this well-being is so vital and so good for you. But at the same time, don't let someone just walk all over you, right? And take advantage of your kindness or of your compassionate heart for their own, you know, ill-intended intentions. This also kind of looks like a chicken leg, so I don't know. Chicken leg with spikes. But so maybe in the 7 days, this, right, someone will try to make you do something against your will. And that's maybe they're putting their burdens on you, making you responsible for their own actions, or making you feel like you can't chase your dreams, or making you feel stuck, right? That's where our internal power comes from. That's why there's this judgment call, because it's like the judgment call is on for you, not for anybody else, not for this person, not for whatever other influences, but for you. So that's what I see there. And, you know, I feel like with this new start, definitely comes with a lot of happiness and chasing your dreams and this good things. So let's close this reading with some charms. Air signs, next 7 days for air signs. Oh wow, quite a bit, a lot of keys, first of all. So you're getting the key to many things. And it's interesting because this flower kind of looks like the sun here. So I'm getting a lot of that, finding the happiness in yourself, blooming in yourself, like nurturing yourself, so where that the seeds that you've planted for yourself start to bloom. We also have this crown here, so this crown in terms of love. So, you know, treat yourself like royalty, treat yourself like a princess. This is all about you, baby. This is your journey. And look at this cloud, right? Why do I keep getting cloud? Oh wait, I don't. This might have to do with like one of the other readings, but I mean, oh yeah, up in the air. Clouds, air signs, I'm definitely getting that, you know, maybe it's time to take a flight, right? Try something new, travel. There's also G, the letter G here, which may be important. We have this little sriracha bottle that says add more spice. And if you are on TikTok, and you see those videos of people where you're like, okay, there's like food, and then it's like, add a little bit of spice, and it's just like spicing things up, adding more flavor into your life will be very helpful in the next 7 days. I also have this little girl here, this little charm, and I definitely see this as like your inner child, you know, treating your inner child as take your inner child out on a date. What would your inner child want to do, right? Don't even talk about yourself now, but your inner child. Does she want to go? Maybe you have never taken yourself out for ice cream, right? Like a literal ice cream cone, you know, because of circumstances in the past, and now you can. Or buy yourself a cake. You want chocolate cake? Get yourself a chocolate cake. What kind of, maybe you want McDonald's chicken nuggies. Get some chicken nuggies, right? But there's nothing wrong with treating yourself like the love that you deserve. Give yourself the love that you deserve. And then there's an owl here, and I feel like the owl just represents wisdom and, you know, seeing things from all sorts of perspectives. We also have this bow, so cherishing, like, you know, the moments. Also, this also gives me that inner child type of an energy. And then we have 3 keys here, so you may be unlocking several memories, several experiences. There are like 3 completely different keys, so you may be unlocking something in the next 7 days in regards to money and family, maybe some inheritance, some fortunes. Excuse me. And then we have the letter B here, which may be an initial, and then we have a letter J or T. Oh, I saw it as a J this way, so J or a T, however you see that, it may resonate. And yeah, so this is your charms zoom that in for you. If you pick up on anything in particular that may be special towards you, for you, or a special message for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the reading here. I really need a cough. I don't know why, but oh, thank you so much for watching all the way through. If you did, please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel if this reading resonated with you. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'd love to hear all about it. I do enjoy, it's just like a weird like mental thing, but I do feel a lot lighter with this way of reading. Instead of it being limited to just this week, it's for 7 days. So whenever the next 7 days are, they may apply for you. So I hope that this resonated. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it brought some clarity for the next 7 days. And I hope you have a great day or night whenever you're watching. And I do hope that you come back and see me again in another reading, okay? Take care. I'm gonna go and like chug some water. Okay, bye.